So you might have seen Warhammer 40,000 online, in a hobby store, or maybe one of your friends has introduced you to it. And now you might be thinking, well, how do I get into this hobby? I've never played it before. Don't worry, I'm about to give you everything you would need as a beginner to start out in Warhammer 40k's tabletop arena. At its heart, Warhammer 40,000 involves two people commanding opposing armies using dice and tactics to try and capture objectives or eliminate their opponent. And there are five key components that you need to be able to start playing the tabletop as a beginner. Those are an army, the rules, dice and rulers, terrain and a tabletop, and an opponent. That's it. Dead simple. Warhammer 40k has many factions to choose from. Orcs, Tyranids, Space Marines, Chaos, the list goes on. But you should always pick the army that you think looks the coolest, because at the end of the day, rules will change, the aesthetics won't. And if you find an army that you resonate with, you're more likely to learn about that army and be better playing with that army. Now, to start with, you're going to want to get an army that's around about 500 points in tabletop value. And a great place to start with this is what's called a combat patrol. Now, in the UK, a combat patrol will consist of about 12 to 15, maybe even 20 different models, and it costs around £105. Now, that might seem like a lot, but included in the box is a small, concise army that's great for beginners and players who have never played before, and it's also cheaper than buying the individual units separately. Now, you can technically start with fewer models, such as a kill team, or indeed you can go out and buy the individual models themselves, but generally speaking, a combat patrol is a really good place to start. Now, in order to play any matches at all, you're going to need two sets of rules. The first are your core rules, which Games Workshop rather handily made free and available online on their website to download, and the second are your army-specific rules. Now, army-specific rules come in the form of a codex, and a codex will usually set you back about £38 brand new. Now, the core rules will teach you turn order, model movement, shooting, melee combat, and objective capturing and point scoring. Now, you do not need to memorize every single rule before you start playing. In fact, the easiest way to learn the rules as a beginner is to simply play against someone and learn as you go. It works best for everybody, and realistically, it's the most fun way to do it as well.